Hello and welcome. Got the acoustic guitar out today, something I don't do very often now. So over the years I've developed one or two altered tunings, so I thought I'd come on here today just to give you a taster, basically just to see if anyone would be interested in learning the way I've developed these. So it's just a taster really. I'm just going to go through some of the things, the ideas, just so you can get a taste of it. So first thing is the tuning. And when I first started doing these tunings, I was using D.G.D.G.A.D mainly, and then eventually I decided to tune the A string down to G, so it's D.G.D.G.A.D. It's the easiest way. So we go from the 6th string down to the 1st. We've got D, G, D, G, A and D. So that's what we've got. So I'll just play a few bits and let you have a listen. Obviously that's in D major. These capo really well as a lot of these altered tunings, which I'll show you that in a bit. One of the things that made me get into these tunings was always playing in standard tuning. I was analysing everything I played, flat 5 here, sharp 9 there, usual thing, and I kind of weren't creating anything, because once you start getting a mindset like that where you're analysing everything you play, it's like, oh, I've played that before, so why not? And you get into a point where you're no longer creating, you're just analysing. So I thought I'm going to learn these tunings and walk away from all of that. So the only things I look for when I'm doing these tunings is major, minor and dominant. To put that more simplistically, so major chords or a major scale, i.e. Ionian, chords constructed from the major scale, chords constructed from a Mixolydian, so A7, D7, so on, and then minor chords, so triads, a major triad but the third flattened, so you got one flat third and a fifth, and that's as far as I look at it. Now a lot of the chords might be add 9s, sus2s, you might have A9 or extended chords, but I don't bother sitting and working them out. I can tell it's dominant, so I'll leave it at that. And I found once I started doing that, I was creating much more music and writing pieces, arranging songs that I wanted to play in these tunings. So here we are in D. We're in D major, obviously. So there we've got, I just say that's D major. Now it's not quite D major. You can see that there's but it's D major. It's near enough. If you start analysing and picking into every note, we know it's major. We're looking for beautiful tones and we're looking to create some music. So what you try to do with these is play the scale around the chord using the bass line as a drone over that, so you can hear the major scale going on in there. So let's add a 4th into that, and a 5th. Now if you listen to that, you know, we just say that's A major. Obviously it's slightly altered, but it's A major, it's near enough. B major, put some some rhythm to it. Complete with mistake there, because I am very rusty at the minute at doing this, so you'll have to bear with me. So now you've got a move there. Going on, so we've got G there. So diatonically, we're in D major. Need to find some more chords. So we've got the D major. So the second note of the major scale is going to be E. So now we've got the minor 2 chord. So now we want the minor 3 chord. 4 chord. 5 chord, minor 6 chord, alto 7th, Locrian, and we're back again. So this chord, minor 3 chord, which will be F sharp. So does that chord fit completely? Because you're constructing these by ear, and that's the object is not to sit and analyse that chord. It is just to construct it by ear. Does it fit by ear? That minor 3rd chord, and I keep pushing that off there because I'm quite rusty. So if we put the top string on there as well. It fits. We could probably find a better version of the minor 3 chord, but that fits. We get away with it just, and that's what you're looking for by ear. What you can get away with. Don't bother analysing every note of the chord. We've got a diatonic key family there of D major, and that means that you can now use the tuning to, arrange a lot of songs, even songs that you probably already play. You can do that. Changing key, well, we can use the capo. So if I don't know what capos most people use. I've used these shub ones for years. Kind of get used to using one, don't you? So now we're in E major. And when you're embellishing these chords, one of the things I do is I call them waterfalls. And you can really get them going. Got that on right, have we? back to me now. It is a long time since I've done some of this stuff. So you get your double stops in there with the thirds. So I'm just using the bass line. So we've got that going there. That we've got that going there in E major. So what about minor? So we've got A minor there. We've got the capo on there. So out the capo, that'd be G minor. D minor, E minor, and again if you listen to that minor chord, you can hear this, it's not a straight triad minor chord, it's A minor. Just look at it like that. I've got a 7th, which is going to be E7. So we can move that up on in minor thirds. Some ideas there, just using it in A minor. You've almost got this kind of Middle Eastern type thing going on there, Middle Eastern scale thing going on. So that's typical example there. That's just using it in minor. Really takes getting some going when you're rusty playing like that, I tell you. It is a long time since I've done some of these. So we said major, minor and dominant. So let's look at the dominant. So G7. Now the beauty is, as well with a lot of these tunings, really I'm rusty at this, is the Travis picking. Typical example, so we've got that G7 going on there, and then what we do, it's a bit of a stretch. We take it up there, so there we've got C7 and then D7, and if you really want to be brave, you can stick that little finger in and we bar over there. And then you're fishing out those Mixolydian lines. The trick to doing the Travis picking is always keep the bass lines muted. The faster you play, the harder that is. So you mute them with the side of your thumb there to keep that, otherwise they'll sound like this. Watered down, so you need to keep them. So that again, so we've got G7 there, we've got C7, D7, so we fished out just a few 7th chords, and again the scale. So that's a bit of a quick look at that, a bit of a crash look if you like. If anybody out there is interested in learning these tunings, or this tuning at least, I will post one other, and I'll also post this tuning again, but done in a very different way. So if anyone's interested, leave me some comments on this video. If I get enough people that want to learn that, then I'll brush up, I'll practice a bit more, brush up, get myself really onto it again and back into it. The problem is when you're playing in standard tuning all the time and then you suddenly come to an altered tuning, it takes, I've just picked this up now at random and just done this video, it takes a while to to get into the actual the changes, the tuning change, where all the scales are, some of the chords you used to do, they all gradually start to come, and you can see it beginning to come back there as I was playing more and more. So I'll get all that brushed up, and then I'll get some tabs and whatnot drawn up. You can download those from the website when I get those done. So if anybody's interested, then please get in touch through the comments. But that'll do for now. So thanks all for watching, and listen to me twaddle on about my guitar, and you all take care, and I'll see you all in a future video. So bye bye for now.